bum, baby. I am a bum. I guess if I mirrored the image it would say mud. Still wouldn't make me not be a bum though. Welcome back again, folks, to another portion of the show. Got this Esteban up here today. We're going to tie into this thing. I got it tuned up to pitch. I want to show you some things here before we do any repairs. Been doing guitar repairs out the ass. Man, trying to dig my way out of guitars. Haven't been filming any of it because that really slows the process down big time. And I need to get some of these instruments fixed and through here. I'm going to show you the ones I told you I would show you. This is one of them. And same guy sent that, what was that electric guitar? First Act, I think. I'm going to show that one too. But the others, I don't know how many of them I'll even video. You know, like I say, I just need to get them done, get them through the door and make room for more because I'm backed up. People wanting to send me their guitars. I don't have any more room for them right now. But we're going to take care of that starting right now. Let me bring you a little bit closer and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here I have an American quarter and a nickel, and a quarter and a nickel on each side. And that's what I have determined. There you can see how much belly the guitar has. I would call that about 60 cents worth of belly. Anyways, that's a lot of belly. That's under string tension. The straight edge is touching in the middle, right here where my hand is. I can feel it on the back. It's touching the top of the guitar. So that's an exact measurement there. I could measure that with calipers and see, you know, exactly what it is. But the reason I want to do it now is after we put this bridge doctor in, then we'll measure this again, see how much deflection we were able to remove from this guitar. Now I'll explain a little bit on the bridge doctor here. For those of you that probably saw them before, some of you have. If you can imagine this down in the guitar, only it's going to be up this way. It's going to be turned up like this. This part of the bridge doctor is going to be just under the saddle, and this part right between the third and fourth pins inside the guitar. Okay? And in case you don't know how this works, you got this dowel pin here, or truss, and it's got a screw right there. So this truss is going to sit in there and come back here to the tail block in the lower bout of the guitar. Okay? Now keep in mind it's going to be, you know, in this way. I'm just showing this for demonstration purposes. It's going to go in like that. Alright. When you tighten this screw, when you tighten it up, it's going to shove this truss back against the tail block, okay? And in turn it's going to put pressure on this piece and allow it to move this way. This is going to have a screw in it between the third and fourth strings. It's going to pull down, and at the same time this on the front side of the bridge is going to shove it up. And that's exactly what this guitar needs, because I showed it to you before. The whole bridge, you know, it's glued good. It's not coming unglued. It's just this belly here. And the whole bridge has come up like that. You know, instead of being flat the way it should be, it's pulled up that way and leaned forward. And this little tool is going to fix it. It'll fix most of it. I don't know if it'll get it all or not. But I got to get the strings off of it now and get back in there. Try to figure out, you know, where to start. And we're going to start by drilling the hole right here. Got to drill. I don't recommend this on high-end guitars, guys, at all. You've heard me say it before. I'm going to make a video of me playing this without the bridge doctor. And once I get it installed, I'll play the same thing over, and you can decide for yourself how much it changed the sound of it. A high-end guitar, it changes them. And, you know, they tell you it makes them sound better. I don't think so. Maybe in some weird cases it might. But generally, it's not going to make it sound better. It will take that belly out, though. So let me get the strings off of it, and I'll bring you back for the fun. Hold on. Here we go. Now the direction says to drill this. I've already marked it about an 1/8 inch deep. And I don't like that long bit. I started at an angle so it wouldn't slide off the side there. You just want to take your time with this, go slow. You just want to go very slow with this. We're going to go an 1/8 inch or so down, straight down. Go a little bit more than that. That's about an 1/8. I'm going to stop there, and if I need to go any deeper with that, then I can, you always come back and go deeper with it if need be. So I'm just chucking up a 9/64 bit, and the directions say with this bit to go in the center of that hole and punch a hole completely through the guitar to the inside. So here we go. It don't look like it's... There we go. Fuck. Battery's dead. I gotta do this quick because this battery is not full charge. And here we go. I want to open it up just... Yeah. We are set, folks. The battery held up. Now this thing, this block, let me zoom you out here a little bit. This block has adjustments right here. I don't know if you can see those 3 holes. That's to move this place to accommodate different bridges, okay? Now, theoretically thinking, if I move this piece all the way out as far as I can, separate it from this piece, make them wider, that's going to give me more leverage. It's going to let that thing have a little bit more leverage. Yeah, let's put it in there and see. That's supposed to go right down inside of that hole, like a countersink type of thing. Yeah, there it did. I don't think that's quite deep enough though to allow for our inlay to go in there. I want to try and get this back out now without... Yeah. So I'm just going to put the big bit back in, the 1/4 inch, and take that, make that just a little bit deeper. And I won't hold you up for that because we're probably going to have to charge the drill again, and I'll bring you back. Okay, I did that. Put the screw back in there again now. I want to go as far down with that screw as I can right now. And that's enough, that leaves us enough room for that little dot of abalone. That's what they're calling it. I don't know. I doubt it's abalone. Now this goes in there like so, and the screw that I just put in there screws into this. And that holds this entire piece up in here. So if I can get... hold it and do this. Obviously you have to hold the thing somewhat straight. Piezo pickup wire in there is in the way. Exactly, perfectly in the way. Who would have ever thunk it? Here she starts. starting to get a little bit tight. I want to take a look at it. I'll show you all the stuff inside the guitar once I have determined it's good. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I am going to go a little bit tighter with it though, just because I don't want to strip the thing, that's for sure. I think it's tight enough. And now, I forget what size Allen key that said. I got to take the screw out of the thing I just put in there. So hold on, let me find a wrench that fits that, and we'll do that. Well, after a gazillion tons of shit going wrong, I finally got the screw out of the thing. Couldn't find a wrench to fit it. Okay, here's the dowel, and you can see how it's pointed a little bit on one end. I think you can see that okay. And it's flat on the other end. Directions say put the pointed end through the hole and shove it all the way back till it hits the tail block. Make sure it centers the tail block and mark it. So I think I can just barely get in here. You can see that, I think, in the video. Yeah, I can see the part we installed. Man, I need a shorter pencil. Should be marked good enough to see it. Then we take it back out. Do sound effects. And cut the rod 3/8 inch shorter than the mark. So I got to mark 3/8 inches from this little tiny mark. 3/8 inches from it, and cut it in two. So hold on, I gotta get set up for that now. Wow, can't find shit. This is not the most efficient way to do this, but it's really cold outside, and I am not going all the way up in the shop. I have to get dressed and everything to get a saw. And I have this one here, it will do the job. Just got to saw backwards. I can't shove it forward, I'm afraid it'll break the dowel. This is working okay. And that gives you a pretty good shot down inside the guitar. You can see that thing pretty well. Okay, that pointed edge there, it says to install the rod this time with the pointed edge toward the sound hole, because this little tiny screw, I'll try to show you here how the screw's got a tiny indentation in it. I doubt if you can, yeah, maybe you can see that there. Okay, and that goes over it fits right in the rod for extra security, no doubt. So let's put it in there with the pointed edge toward the sound hole. I've already centered the thing up on the tail block back here, but I'll check it and make sure it's centered before we tighten this screw very much at all. If I can get it started straight now, not cross thread the thing. I think I did. Yeah, okay. Now, 3/16 little wrench here. And we start shoving that dowel back, or truss. I think we agreed to call it a truss, did we not? Until it's firmly again the tail block, and then we can start applying pressure, so to speak. Before I apply any pressure, let's see, back you off just a little bit. Let's just look at this. It's not under string tension now, so you can see it's not nearly as much deflection as what we had. There's still some there. Yeah, it's still a little bit more than an American quarter yet, but let's try, I think those nickels, I have nickels here that are thicker than a quarter. I think they are. I just want to see how much difference this makes as I tighten it up, you know, Yeah, we have 2 nickels, 10 cents worth of belly bulge. So I'm going to start putting pressure on this thing now. And you might hear it moan and groan a little bit. And I'm going to take a look in there. Just make sure we're staying in the center of the tail block. And yes, we are. Okay. This is good. I can already see that pulling that top down. I can see it. Yeah. We'll get rid of the nickels now. Yeah, it's pulled it down some already. I can see it doing it. And like I say, it's going to make funky noises. You know? Check that out. It's coming on down. I don't think you can get a nickel under either side now. I think we can go some more with it. And like I say, it's going to pop and crack and make noise. In fact, this thing has such a belly in it, I think I'm going to back it off a little bit and leave it until, you know, let it slowly adjust and adapt to it. You know what I mean? Instead of all at once. Just let it slowly get used to its new figure. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave it there. Tomorrow I'll come back and tighten it more. Take it a little bit farther. I don't want to go all that distance at once. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I don't know how long this video is anyway, and enough stuff went wrong already. Now really, installing this bridge doctor thing doesn't take very long. I mean, I'm splitting it up into 2 videos. Because like I say, I want to pull that down a lot, man. And I don't know if the camera got any of that popping and cracking noise or not, but it made some noise, and we got it down significantly from what it was. But it needs to go a little bit more, and I don't want to go too much, try to go too much all at once. So I'm going to leave it alone, give it 24 hours to settle a little bit. I'll come back here tomorrow and make part 2 of this. And we'll crank that down a little bit more. And then we'll put the strings back on it and measure it again and see if we can get 2 quarters and 2 nickels. Quarter and a nickel under each side under string tension. And then, if that improved anything, we got to put the abalone dot in here yet. And I got a trick for that. You got to glue that in, but you don't want to glue this screw in. So one might want to take that out of there sometime. You don't want that screw glued in it. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And we'll put strings on it and start setting it up then. I checked this, and it's perfect, man. I mean, there's no crack between the bridge and the straight edge here. But you don't have to lift the straight edge. It slides right up over the bridge now the way it's supposed to. It did that before, but all this back area here was raised up, and it's not now. I mean, well, I got a mirror and stuff in there, but maybe I can still show you what I'm talking about. You might be able to see it on camera. See, the bridge is not nearly as pulled forward, shifted forward like it was before. It's still got a little belly there, if you can see it. Can you see what I'm saying? There's a little belly there yet. But it helped it significantly. It needs to go a little more, like I say. And I don't want to go too much, you know, at one time, because you could split wood fibers and all kind of crazy crap could happen. So I hope to see you on part 2. We'll finish it and start on this same guy's electric guitar. Setup, I don't know if we're going to do anything to the frets or not. There's some significant wear up here, but you know, I understand you don't want to put a lot of money into this. And he said, you know, do it as cheap as I can. So that's what I'm going to do. So I don't know if we'll do anything to the frets. Probably will polish them and oil the board here. It's very dry. And then do the setup and string it up and set it up and everything, and then put new strings on it, and I'll play it and compare with the bridge doctor and without it, and you guys can decide if it's good or not. Cheers. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you there. Cheers to you. Oh yeah, the boogity bop.